Hello, good afternoon. Yes, welcome to my channel once again. I believe you have been enjoying every of the ride. Yes, I am Adesua Oni, like people always call me Mrs. Oni, Mrs. Oni. I used to be Adesua Aito. So you might know me with either of the two names. I'm a nurse midwife, yes, by profession, but I love to do a host of other things. So once again, I would say welcome to my channel. In my channel, on alternate weeks, I talk about pregnancy and then I talk about life principles. So today we are going to be I'm going to be sharing with us a life principle that is appreciating God more. And this is birthed from a recent experience that I had. It's an experience that you may feel, well, what's special about it? What's the big deal about it? Like, what's special thing about it? Really, I've actually had experiences that are more life-threatening, like when I had my deliveries. My delivery story is one I'm going to talk about on another day. Yes, another date, another day, another time. But today, I'm going to be sharing a recent experience and something that I felt so incapacitated. Like, what am I going to do? It's a day that it's an experience that nearly rendered me useless. It was like as if I could not achieve any other thing. But it got to a stage where I had to make up my mind that Adesua, you have to achieve something no matter what. Because of your pedigree as a mother, there are some things you just need to do. A pedigree as a wife, there are some things you just must do, whether you like it or yes, like people will say. So, what is the experience that I want to share with us? Okay, recently I had the opportunity to go out. I went out to the market. I did the things I needed to do in the market, and I was on my way back. On my way back, something flipped into my eye. I don't know whether it was my hair. I don't know whether it was from the outside. I don't know whether it was dust. I don't know what happened. Suddenly, it was sudden as though something actually entered into my eye. Like everybody would do, I tried to bring it out. Lo and behold, it was not coming out. I didn't go with my car. I went in public transport because of the kind of market I was going to. Some kind of market, you'll be like, no way, I'm not going with my car. I don't want bashing. I don't want any headache. So, because I needed to get to just drive into the exact place I wanted to go and just come back in peace. That was why I decided not to take my car. So, what happened? I tried every means to bring out the state from my eye until I was like very close to where I was supposed to get down. And I got so distracted with trying to bring the thing out of my eye that I didn't even know when I was nearly getting to where I was supposed to get down. So I had to think of something. What is the solution? What do I have to do right now? Okay, that time I just got a new phone. And the phone was like less than 48 hours new. So as I was trying to bring out my something from my eye, I checked my phone and I saw that what I uploaded last had not uploaded. I was like, what's going on? Why didn't this thing upload? So I just tried to check my data and I said, okay, my data has finished. So immediately I just loaded my data on the SIM I usually used to browse. And I loaded and nothing happened. I was like, my messages are supposed to be running in very fast. Nothing happened. I said, okay, no problem. Let me switch on and switch off. I put on airplane mode, nothing happened. I put it off, nothing happened. I decided to switch off, like I used to do with my former phone. Only for me to switch off and switch on, and he asked me that I should input SIM code something something. I was like, SIM? What's the meaning of this one? So I said, no problem. I opened my purse, tried to bring out my SIM pack, and tried to put in the details that I saw there, only for it to say, not correct. I put in another detail, not correct. Declined. The eye that was paining me with the annoyance of what was already going on with my phone, I was like, what rubbish. So we're already approaching my husband's place of work. I now told the driver, please, I want to get down at this particular place. He stopped me. In fact, it was as if I had one eye. I just tried to get down. I was already getting infuriated. I was already getting agitated. I got down and I managed to get to his place of work. When I got there, I was told he was in a meeting. I was like, really? In a meeting? With the way I'm feeling with my eyes. At that point, my eyes was already paining me because when I got down from the car, I got into the sunlight. Like the sun was really shining on me now. And I kept on getting more painful. I didn't have access to water. So I was like, I would have rinsed my eye and all of that. So I got to wait for him and he finally came out. I said, please, number one, help me to check my eye. What is going on? So he was like, there's nothing in this eye. Okay, we got into a place that is much brighter. He opened the blinds, he checked. Nothing is in your eye. I was like, really? Nothing is in my eye. And my eye looked as if it wanted to explode. I was like, God, I've had eyes all my life. That brings us to the topic of today again, appreciating God more. I've had eyes all my life. How am I supposed to cope? The thing was as if somebody was putting a broom and using it to roll around my eyes. I was like, this thing is too painful. I got into his bathroom at work. I tried to rinse. He got water from the dispenser for me. I put my eye into the cup of water. I tried to shake out the dust. God, I was like, what kind of in my own way rubber is this? The thing decided not to come. My husband said, okay, calm down, just sit down, put your head down, close your eyes, close your eye for the next 10 minutes and let's see what happens. I was there, and if you know me very well, to keep me still for 10 minutes is a miracle. Like, I will not do anything and I'm not sleeping and I'm not doing anything. So I tried to read a book. I went on WPS on my phone. I said, let me read. Reading was hellish. I couldn't read. As I was reading, as I was going from one line to the other, it was so painful. It was like, really? I've had eyes all this while. I started saying, okay, God, what are you trying to tell me? So I started to start praying. I started singing, but the singing was not entering into my brain. So my husband was like, let's go home. It was already getting towards the close of the day. It was already getting towards 2 o'clock. So he took some permissions. We left. We got home and I went straight to the kitchen and I opened the tap. I started washing my eye, doing everything. Nothing did not come out. So already gets 2 hours and this thing has happened. I was like, the people that they are calling Aye, did they send this thing to me? If they said, oh, Dapada. I started praying. I started on dining. I started praying and praying. I was like, oh, really? Something can make me really pray like this. As in, the prayer was coming from the depth of my heart. Like, if you don't pray like this one, you have done the physical. The physical is refused to work. So I picked up my phone. I tried to go on Googled, okay, what am I going to do about something like this? Lo and behold, a lot of things came out. I was like, wow, really? I am not, my specialty of nursing is not anything related to eye, ear, nose, or throat, or anything to do with the head. So I was like, wow. So I read up a lot of things. I was like, I've done this now, done this. The only thing I knew I've not done was to go into the shower and open my eye to the shower. I was like, no way, I can't open my eye on the shower because I'm not interested in taking my bath now. So I just went with the other options. They were like, pull your eyelid down over your lower lid and try to move your eyeballs, look upwards, look sideways, look to the left, to the right, and look down so that you can dislodge whatever is there. I did it like countless times. I could not get this thing out. Hey, there was nothing I did not try. At the end of the day, I had to go to the bathroom and do the bathroom procedure, and it still did not come out. My husband said, Biko, go and sleep. I said, no, Biko, sleep. I never chop. I've not cooked. My children are there. We've not eaten. So I entered the kitchen. I managed to do everything that I needed to do in the kitchen was not in direct impact of the sunlight, and I didn't need to read, like concentrate my brain. I was having this terrible headache. It was as if the thing that was scratching my eyes has now moved to my head. I started to scratch the whole of my brain. I was like, how do I want to cope? I finished making the food. Nothing has ever stopped me from eating. I've not seen, even when I was in labor, I still ate. Like, really. I ate that. I was asking myself, I hope I will not poo-poo and vomit while I'm trying to bring out this baby. But I still ate. Ojukokoro was still doing me, I still ate. So, at the end of the day, I ate and I went to bed. And I had vigil. I wanted to call my pastor wife and tell her that, see you, this vigil is 3 hours, but I don't think I can cope because it involved me reading the Bible. And I would need to close my eye and open my eye. That's open my eye to read the Bible, close my eye and pray again and concentrate. I wanted to call my pastor. I was like, hey, how will I do? So I tried to sleep. I woke up. When it was time for the prayer, lo and behold, I went through the whole prayer painfully. Like, in the prayer, I was like, oh Lord, no show for the eyes you have given me all this while. I've taken you for granted, though. People that have eye problem, that have eye issues. God, how have you been coping? But this one was painful. So after the video, I went back to sleep. That was around 1 a.m. I went back to sleep and I woke up this morning and there was no pain anymore. Like, my husband was like, how is your eyes? I was like, nothing. But when I woke up, there was a lot of like your Bible said, a lot of mucus have come out of my eyes, so I had to clean it off and then take care of the eyes, and I was seeing clearly. Yesterday that day my eye was red. The eye was red because a lot of poking and procedures I've done on the eye. I used cotton wool, wet cotton wool. I tried to flush it with water and everything. It was like nothing was working. So when I woke up this morning and everything was resolved, my husband told me it was an inflammatory process that was going on, Joe. I was like, really? I said, I read something like that for some people there is actually nothing in the eye, but the eye seems to be inflamed and then we resolve after about 3 days. I said, no, be me and 3 days. Me and you wait 3 days before this pain will go. Lie. So I just disqualified myself from that thing, from that particular definition. Lo and behold, I have my eyes and I'm thankful to God. So I want to ask you, what is that thing that you feel that you're combating with, that you can't grapple with anything? All you just need to do is just accept it, because I had to accept it for that time. Cook what I needed to cook, eat, live the life I'm supposed to live, serve my children and serve my husband despite the pain I was going through. Despite the fact that my husband has even told me, go and sleep, don't bother yourself. I was like, okay, if I go and sleep, all these children will now come and gather me. Everybody's hungry, and me myself, I'm even hungry. So I will now add hunger to the pain that is worrying me. I just had to do what I needed to do. And then what I would tell us is that with everything we experience, let us use it as a leverage to glorify God more. For the fact that you have perfect health, you're not going through something that's making you incapacitated, you cannot read. I wanted to post on social media, I could not post, I could not write, there were a lot of things I needed to write. There were a lot of things I needed to read up, because I'm in a reading club and I needed to meet with a lot of targets. I couldn't do nada because I was going through pain. I couldn't put aside the pain and try and do those things. In fact, the more I tried to do those things, the more the other eye was paining me, because the other eye was trying to compensate for what I needed this one to do. So I'll wrap it up and ask us, if you're in perfect health, be more thankful to God. Thank you.